Okay, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to ODI. Coming here just before we go on a summer break to come here to discuss the light topic of the future of the world trading system. Welcome you here and also welcome those people who are watching us online. This meeting is organized by the International Economic Development Group. I am the head of the International Economic Development Group, and we are working on trade issues, investment issues and so on. Jody and Yurendra working on regional trade integration and GSP issues, aid for trade issues. And we've also been working on multilateral trading system issues for a long time. We 2 years ago we put out an opinion which said pursuing a Doha trade deal is a low priority, and by that we meant that there were repeated attempts to kickstart the Doha round, and we said, well, actually the WTO is much more important than the Doha round, and we should just move on with thinking about important trade issues and preserve the WTO and the strength of the WTO. But of course, since then a lot has happened in the trading system, and there are a number of choices now to be made, I think, and we're thinking about what do we do with the Doha round. Some say, should we declare it dead? Basically, there's no Doha round. It's dead, and but what implications will that have? What implication does it have on other multilateral negotiations? Can we preserve multilateralism when Doha is not ongoing? Then others are saying, no, it's not dead. It's ongoing, and actually we have a plan B. We have a plan B, and we can think about this. We think about the future. In some detail, and there are ways to get there. Some would say we need to go beyond the trade arena. It's a political issue. We need to go to the G20 to solve all of these issues and bring various strengths together, and then we can come to an agreement. Others saying, actually, well, no, there are specific trade issues that need to be dealt with, and we just get on with those little things. So how we move forward actually also depends a lot on where we're at and how we got here, and I think that's also something that we'd like to discuss as well. So how did we get here? What is the state of the Doha round, and so on? And of course, to think about what is the relationship between the multilateral trading system and the negotiations that are ongoing about multilateral trade liberalization, and a number of other important trade topics that are ongoing. So thinking about regional trade integration, thinking about aid for trade, thinking about freeing up agricultural trade, and a number of other issues, thinking about export restrictions. How can we solve these important trade issues if the Doha round is not going on as planned? So we have got an excellent panel today to discuss these issues, and there's a lead speaker, there's Ganesh Vignaraya from the Asian Development Bank. He's the principal economist in the Office of Regional Economic Integration, and he's been coming to ODI for a number of times now to talk about trade issues. And then we'll have two and possibly three commentators if Ambassador Laurent is coming. We have Guy de Jonquière, who we all know from Financial Times, but is now the senior fellow at the ECIPE, the European Centre for International Political Economy. And of course, Sheila Page, to my left here, who is a senior research associate and has been working on trade issues for 20, 30 years. So we have a very prominent panel to discuss these issues. And without further ado, I think I should say that this meeting is on the record and it's also streamed online. So without anything else, I think I should